Hi, this episode is basically on the life cycle of the tomato plant. So, last episode I have discussed in detail about the germination of the tomato plant, how it's been sprouted into a cute one. So, now I can show you those cute sproutings has become into a seedling. So, the first two leaves which are coming up around the seedling are not considered to be as a true leaves because those are called as cotyledons. And the third one which are coming out from those seedlings are the true leaves of the tomato plant, which means the seedling has just started to proceed into its mature stage. So, this episode is all about how the seedling is being converted into a mature plant for its bud and blooming for a fruit set. So, let's begin. So, how it's being converted from a seedling into a mature plant is that considering few factors. One is watering. As I said, it should just be kept moist, not soggy. Always water it in the morning because morning water prevents the plant to put in a stress state during afternoon. How does it really mean? Because when you don't water it in the morning and preferring to be watering in the evening, what happens is that you will not have a sufficient moisture content in the soil during afternoon time, which means when the sun is being directed towards the plant during noon times, there is no moisture in the soil. So what happens is that the plant will go into a stress state, leading on to drooping of leaves like this. And even in the evening, if you are watering, what happens is that the whole set of soil which is kept for moist for the whole night will lead on to a root rot. So to prevent all this, please water it as early as possible before the sun is being directed onto the plants. So it requires minimum of 5 to 6 hours of sunlight daily, but never in the noon, maybe in the early morning or at the late evening. So though we consider the proper factors of in watering and sunlight, they need an extra nutrition to build its structure to provide a bud and blooming and for a fruit set, for which you need to consider giving them a handful of vermicompost dressing every 15 to 20 days is a must. And see whether it's been attacked by pests daily. Please spend some time with the plants so that it gets a very healthy and a mature plant for its fruit set. So consider doesn't get affected by the pest. If it's so, please be preventive with the neem oil solution which I have told at the last episode. And now, when it's all been set for a mature plant, there will be a kind of bud formation which we really feel happy so that we feel we have done something good for those mature healthy plants. And then it blooms as the sunlight is being acquired and it's been acquired by all the nutrition. And here you can see a cute blooming of the tomato plant. So this is the actual full bloomed tomato plant flower. So this comes in yellow color, and I would love to suggest you some cute information about this tomato flower is that is it has its own male and female part in a single flower. So the center one which is coming out is the female part which has its ovary and the tube, and the petal part which contains the anther and the filament which has its pollens are considered to be as a male part. So why does it really mean here is that it helps in the process called as pollination and leading on to a fertilization for its fruit set. How cute is the information for a flower moving on from one generation to other? Talking about the pollination process, how does it really happen is that when the pollens from the male part get transferred into a female part, there'll be a fertilization process for a fruit set. That's what the pollination process means. But how does it happen? Either by two natural ways. One is by a bumblebee. What happens is that when the bumblebee is being flying near the flower, it just activates its flight muscles. So with that vibration, there are some possibility the spores from the male part get transferred to a female part, leading on to a fertilized form of a flower for a fruit set. Otherwise, the second important natural phenomenon is nothing but the wind, the velocity of the wind. So by wind, just the pollens get transferred to a female part, it even acts so normally. If it doesn't happen, there are a lot of problems being faced, like it's not being properly fertilized and leading on to a flower drop. What happens is that flower will bloom, but it will not go in for a fruit set, just the flower will drop off. That's because of improper pollination. In those stages when there is lot of bud droppings or when there is lot of flower droppings sensation, what we can do from our side is that we can try to hand pollinate, which means we are trying to make the pollens get transferred to a female part by hand pollinating. Just tickle it till it giggles. It's cute, right? Just tickle it slightly till it giggles, considering that the pollens from the male part get transferred to a female part. Or you can even use a vibration, I mean the orthodontic brush, which is available with the battery operating thing. It gives a vibration. Just keep the brush over this part for a slight vibration, or you can take a painter's brush, just brush it over the female part and the male part together. Take care, the pollens are allergic for few people, so you have to take care.
I begin to